close attention to the images that I'm about to show you. What I have just shown everyone are aftermath pictures of the Northridge earthquake. And according to an online article by N.J. Carino written in '94 and published on NIST website, the Northridge earthquake cost Los Angeles $25 billion in terms of damages, 20,000 people were injured, and 58 people were killed. Those are startling facts, no doubt. But imagine an earthquake that has the potential to be 100 times more powerful than this earthquake. 100 times more the disaster, 100 more times devastation. Unfortunately, such an earthquake of caliber is possible, and it can happen really soon. That earthquake is suitably named the Los Angeles Big One. So now, I am not an earthquake expert, but I took time to research about this topic because whether we like it or not, once this earthquake hits, it will definitely alter our lives. And this happening is inevitable, and its potential for destruction is no doubt devastating. But we still can equip ourselves with information to protect ourselves once this disaster comes. So first in this speech, I will go over why the possibility of this earthquake is pretty high. Second, I will alert everyone of its potential for destruction. And lastly, I want to give everyone a set of skills to prepare for this natural disaster. So let's find out why this earthquake has the potential to be happening really soon. So the big one will happen along the San Andreas Fault, and it will happen really soon. Now, what is the San Andreas Fault? You may be asking. The San Andreas Fault is a fault line along the coastal California. And I have an image over here. And as you can see here, the San Andreas Fault is a red line, and Los Angeles is over here. And as you can see, the gap between the two is pretty near. So what that means is when the earthquake hits, we will surely and completely feel its devastating brute force. Now you may be asking, why will it happen? According to UC Irvine and Arizona State University scientists, from the Discovery News online article published in August 2010, over the last 700 years, earthquakes have happened throughout in this region for the past 45 to 144 years. And the last big 7.9 magnitude earthquake happened 153 years ago. So that means that we are way overdue for another earthquake. That is why scientists are saying that the Los Angeles Big One can happen soon. Now, they haven't given a specific time window of when it will happen, but they are saying that it will happen within our lifetime. So now we know why the Los Angeles Big One can happen and where it can happen. But let's go over some more detail of how it can affect us when it does. So in the beginning of the speech, I said the Los Angeles Big One can be at least 100 times more devastating than the Northridge earthquake. Unfortunately, that is not an over-exaggeration, and I can back that up with facts. According to John Pendergast's March 1994 article from peer-reviewed journal Civil Engineering, the Big One ranks an 8.0 on the Richter scale. So that means that it has the potential to be 139 times more powerful than the Northridge earthquake. And let's go over more specific facts. According to an online article from Reuters published in March 2011, the Big One would leave 2,000 people dead, 50,000 injured, 250,000 people homeless, and further, the Big One could destroy 1,500 buildings, ruin 300,000 buildings, sever highways, power lines, and in summation, it would cost $200 billion in damages. Now, let us not have fear and worry completely blind ourselves, because there are still ways and sources of information we can turn to prepare for this outbreak. Sources like the Great California Shakeout and the Dare to Prepare campaign. First, let me go over the Dare to Prepare campaign. DareToPrepare.org has a website that gives us several guidelines on how to prepare for disasters and earthquakes. And their guidelines cover preparing your own escape route or even creating your own disaster kits. Now, I cannot go over all of the guidelines because that will extend my speech by a long shot. But I will be going over the 7 steps to earthquake safety. 1, identify and fix hazards at your homes. Number 2, create a disaster plan. Number 3, create disaster supply kits. Number 4, find building weaknesses and fix them. 5, protect self during earthquake shaking. 6, check for injuries and damages. And number 7, when safe, follow your disaster plan. And lastly, I'll be going over the Great California Shakeout. The Great California Shakeout is a simulation that happens every single year in which you will take part in with hundreds of thousands of other people. And in this workshop, you will go over hands-on approaches on how to deal with disasters, and also you will be given kits and supplies. So what I have just given everyone are head starts on how to prepare for this outbreak. And the Los Angeles big one can happen and can happen soon. But we can still prepare ourselves. Now, I have given everyone tools, but before I conclude, I would like to give everyone one more thing, something tangible, a disaster kit worksheet. So I'm going to be passing that out right now. And that's it, my speech pretty much.